The subject of the award is a book that I wrote on the history of the Erie Club. I started this project in 2019, did most of the work in 2022. The book was ready to be published in early 2023. It's a 140-year history of the Erie Club, which was founded in 1882. The club since 1904 has occupied the Charles Manning Reed Mansion, which is located at the corner of 6th and Peach Streets in Erie. The Erie Club has a long history of historic preservation, and I thought that history ought to be chronicled. I thought this was a story that needed to be told to preserve what has happened over the past 140 years at the Erie Club. The history of the Erie Club parallels the history of the city of Erie. It was impacted by many national events such as 2 world wars and Prohibition and the Depression and things like that. I thought it was a story that needed to be told, and as I got into the project, this feeling of mine was confirmed. It's a very interesting story about the history of the Erie Club. The impact of the project: the club had 1,750 copies of the book published. 1,000 of those were distributed to the 1,000 members of the Erie Club. The book is also offered for sale at the Hagen History Center. It's also offered for sale at Werner Books in the Liberty Plaza. I've received a lot of favorable comments about the book from people who have read it. I never thought the book was going to make the New York Times bestseller list, but nevertheless, I think it's a contribution to the history of the city of Erie as well as the history of the Erie Club. The Charles Manning Reed Mansion is a beautiful building in downtown Erie, deserving of preservation and a top priority for the Erie Club throughout its history, at least after it acquired the mansion in 1904, was the preservation of that mansion, and they've spent a lot of time and money on the preservation of the Charles Manning Reed Mansion.